In today's video, I am going to be talking about a 2-3 zone defense and how you are going to be able to beat it with a couple of plays that I absolutely love to use myself. Now, really quickly, if you want a really deadly defense, unlike a 2-3, make sure to go check out my Unbeatable Basketball Zone Defense book that is down in the description below. And, of course, I like the 5-out also against the 2-3 zone, so definitely go check out the complete guide to the 5-out offense that is down in the description below as well. So before we run any plays against the 2-3, we have to understand what a 2-3 is really trying to do to you. What a 2-3 zone is essentially trying to do is it's trying to force you to shoot 3-point shots, but anytime you attack a gap, which is an area between players, for example here, those are trap locations. Those are double team locations, which means, remember in man-to-man defense, if you are going against a man-to-man defense and somebody double teams you, there is somebody open. Which means that a very simple way of basically getting a defense or a 2-3 zone to be able to allow you to score easier is simply by attacking the gaps. So for example here, most teams will run with just one single player up top. They'll very rarely run two. If they do, players 4 and 5, no matter what, will have to move up away from their bottom line because they are trying to stunt these players until player 2 or player 1 is able to get over there, in which case then those I'm going to call them wing players, are able to return back to their base. Their base being in line with player 5. This is why the 5-out offense does so extremely well. So if player 1 is able to basically pass over to player 4 and player 4 is able to attack that free throw line, that gap, well, you've got player 3 who is trying to defend. You've got player 2 who is going to be coming over. Player 5 starts kind of moving over because the key is his area, and player 4 should start dropping. This is why you want to teach man-to-man defense before you teach zones, because in zone defense, this is hard to teach, this movement up to down, but if they already know it from man, this is very easy. They'll understand right away, oh, ball's on this side, somebody's driving, I need to get drop. By attacking that gap, he's got a double team. He can now kick that ball over to player 2, who may already be starting to drive. Now, player 2 is driving baseline. By him driving baseline, that's going to be taking player 5. Player 4 should be dropping also. This potentially can leave a wide open lane for player 5 from the weak side 45 to cut, pass, layup, or collapse, kick out 3. Now, I'm not saying against a 2-3 or the 5-out it's always going to end up this way. So if this pass was made over to the wing, player 4 is stunted, he goes back, player 1 covers. Now, we may be in an opportunity where now player 1 may want to attack this gap. That closes. He may want to kick it out to player 4. He attacks this gap here. This closes. Now he kicks it out to player 2, or maybe player 2 is cutting baseline. Maybe player 4 is already down here. He can skip a pass out to player 3. But again, this is not always going to happen this way. It's a freestyle 5-out offense where you basically always try to get that ball into the paint, kick it out, swing, back into the paint, kick it out, swing. Very similar to NBA offenses this year. Eventually, you either want to get a layup or a 3-point shot. Another offense that I really like is what I call a 2-1-2 offense. Basically, you've got players 5 and 4 in the dunker's spot along the baseline. You have a player in the high post, and you've got 2 players out on the wings. You can also play them in the slot, but to me, that just seems too close. I like my offenses spread out as much as possible. Now, if you've got slashers, this may not be the best option for you. Sometimes you don't have slashers, you've just got shooters and big guys, so that's basically what this offense is dictating is you got big guys, you can hammer them in the post, you've got some shooters, you've got some options. But basically what you're going to be seeing here is you really want to get that ball into that high post because that's going to draw up that middle defender. If these guys at this point can seal on the inside, it's literally just a simple pass. Easy layup. But this swing pass, player 3 needs to move up, cover until player 2 gets over, and then he has to drop back. While all of that is happening, that swing pass happens, this guy moves up. Player 5 has to cover the high post because player 2 has to have his time to get over, and player 3 needs to drop. Player 2 could make that pass to player 4 because remember, one of the easiest ways of beating most zones is by passing fast. This is going to drop player 5. Player 3 cuts. Player 3 gets that ball. He could be a floater. If he's got defense, pass or dump over to 5 for a floater. Whatever it may be, very simple, just trying to hammer it into one of these 3 guys in that triangle. Now another great play in the against the 2-3 is this one. 4 out, 1 in the high post. He's going to post up on this side. It's going to be a quick swing over to player 2. So after that pass into 5, it's going to be a quick swing out to player 2. Player 2 can either attack that gap, or if player 3 moves up, player 4 can cut. This is going to be a very simple, easy decision. Either pass to player 5 or do a hammer pass out to player 3 for a 3. Player 4 could also score as well if he's fast enough to be able to beat player 5 to the spot. But it's all about trying to get that ball into the paint, moving the ball as fast as humanly possible. So we get back into that 2-3. Maybe we pass down here. Well, if that happens, we now have a defense that kind of moves like this. Player 4 attacks that gap, kick out, player 2 has to recover, swing, he's here until player 1 recovers, player 3 cuts. When that happens, pass to player 3, player 5 recovers, player 5 blue is still in the high post, pass, layup. Very simple, very quick, mostly passing, get the ball moving as fast as possible. The more times you get past this imaginary middle line from one side to the other, the more successful you're going to be. I hope that this video has helped you. Make sure to go check out my Unbeatable Basketball Zone Defense book. Also, go check out my 5-out complete guide. That is down in the description below as well. If you like this app where I can draw on it, it's called Playbook. That's down in the description below too. I'll see you guys again in my next video.